session we did, right? Yeah.
हेलो
Yes.
सर, लास्ट क्लास में आपने प्रोफेशन से संबंधित एक दो एग्जाम्पल और लेने के लिए कहा था, वो गवर्नमेंट जॉब के लिए।
हाँ, लास्ट
तो
क्लास में तो हम तो लाइक एक 10-15 चार्ट देखा था सेलिब्रिटी सभी का। मैंने आपको बोला
हाँ
था
लिख
गवर्नमेंट जॉब कैसा दिखाना, मैं बोला था ना आपको। मैं
जी
आपको
सर जी।
वो दिखा दूंगा बाद में। अभी हम एक मैरिज टॉपिक में
ओके सर।
स्टार्टेड फ्रेश,
ओके
और
सर।
वो विल टेक इट एनीवेज। एंड में केस स्टडी हम कर रहे हैं ना, उस समय
जी सर।
नेटिव का क्या जॉब होगा, क्या उसका एजुकेशन होगा और मैरिज लाइफ सभी,
जी
लाइक दैट आई
जी।
गिव द दिस थिंग, नॉट ए प्रॉब्लम।
ओके सर।
हाँ, this education is also completed. Okay, so fine. So we will go into Nandi Samudrika before we dive into marriage topic. See, Nandi Samudrika is very important. Means those days they were able to say, means like how does a person appear. They were able to judge the character. Means I think it is not like very uncommon. You would have heard like face is the index of the mind. Means though it may lead to a misrepresentation, because not everyone is able to judge from the face except the person who knows Samudrika Lakshanam and astrology in deep. They cannot judge, because if you ask a normal person to judge a face, you will judge it from the beauty perspective. Again, beauty is something very subjective, right? It differs from person to person. But what face is index of mind we are saying is those features, right, which the psychologist can say, or more advanced way, how we astrologers can say. See, in psychology also, uh, like people who have done this HR, they will know this basic psychology during the time of interview, the eye signs, the hand movements, the lip movements, which will communicate whether the person is saying truth, or is it something he is giving misrepresentation. Understand? So that way, this our ancestors or the siddhas were able to judge the person from his appearance. Even in Brihad Jataka and Brihad Samhita, Vara Mira would have given a lot of qualities for a what is bride or a groom, how she should look, how he should look, how the eyes, everything, right? So, though practically now it is like that knowledge has gone from us, but definitely we can start to cultivate it again, right? So just looking at the person, you should be able to put the planetary combinations in the chart. You see somebody is having one eye big, one eye is small, definitely there is some sun rahu combinations in the birth chart. Without sun rahu combination, they cannot have a uneven sized eye. Okay, somebody is having a very small eyes. Okay, so either of the luminaries is getting affected. So like that, we need to uh, understand the planetary positions from the phase. Okay, so sun indicates the right eyes, moon indicates the left eyes, and Mars the eyebrows and the teeth. So it is quite understandable for you people. That is, eyebrows is the protective for the eyes. Okay, and teeth is again a weapon or something. So means anything that is protective or anything that can be used as a weapon. Okay, those things become the parts represented by Mars. That is the reason we don't take teeth for Saturn. Okay, we take teeth for Mars. That seems quite logical, but if you go and ask anyone why you are taking teeth for Saturn in other things of astrology, they will not be able to answer it. They will just say that shloka was given and we are biting it. That is the reason in Nadi everything is logical. Nothing is like we say and we say this is given, you have to follow. No, nowhere we say that. And Mercury is forehead, right? And Jupiter is nose. Again, we can say nose means that is the place where the oxygen goes and come, the pranavayu, right? So obviously Jupiter is the Jiva Karaka that represent. On the Jiva Karaka, you puncture the nose, the that is the Venus, right? So we take that as a female Jiva Karaka. And Venus is cheeks also, it represents. Saturn is chin, and Rahu is mouth, lip, and ears. Like mouth is open, lips is open, and ears also open. And Ketu is here because it is a tail of the snake or a coiled structure, something which is like a tail of the snake. Okay, so these are the parts which represent the Nandi Samudrika. Internal parts also you can do like that. For example, biggest organ is liver, so that will come to Jupiter. Small intestine is a coil structure, that will go to Ketu. Like that we can take. Okay. Important rules: if there is a combination of two friendly planets, the organs indicated by them will be healthy and beautiful. If it is insemal, it will damage or make it not to look so good looking. If it is associated with Rahu, it will be usually large or not so good looking, means some kind of scar or like very uneven, like I said, right? One big eye, one small eye, all that will come when Rahu is associated with luminaries. If it is associated with Ketu, it will be smaller. If it is associated with Jupiter, it will be broad. If it is associated with Mars, it will be sharp or some kind of scars. Okay, fine. And here I have just given the combinations, okay, but I have not given the explanation, because by this time where you have learnt all the planetary combinations, it is expected out of you to say that in detailed. Sun plus Mars, I will be sharp. They will never give up their self-respect, because both are egoistic planet. Adamancy will be there. And generally in such persons, if you see a person with such face, you can also say their father is also an angry person or a very straightforward person, and very courageous person who is having land, land. Why? Because Mars is the Bhumi Karaka, and who is having the support of brothers if there is no Ketu involvement here. Understand? Those things, by seeing the face, you should be able to say. Okay, I am just giving you the Nandi Samudrika picture in the brief. Sun plus Jupiter, eyes will be vibrant and sharp. Sun plus Saturn, there will not be any glow in eyes. Like if you see, like when there is some recruitment, I could see the HR stating there is no, I mean, that zeal in the candidate's eye, like that they will write. Okay, so it means it's not like, or sometimes what we can see is there is also some kind of defect in the later parts, means they don't have that bright vision. They will say no, like somewhat fizzy is my vision, like that they will say. Eyes will look dull. And the Sun plus Rahu, eyes will look ugly, will have high related problems, will wear spectacles. And the Sun plus Ketu, problems of eyes, will wear glasses. And all these problems will come, the problems in rods and cones in eyes and all, they will tell, right? That and all will be related to this luminaries getting affected by Rahu or Ketu and Saturn. And Moon plus Mars, sharp eyes, short tempered. Moon plus Jupiter, beautiful eyes. Okay, so, and the Moon plus Saturn, no glow in eyes. Moon plus Venus, eyes will be big and very beautiful eyes. They will be interested in arts and music. And in a female chart, if Venus is in lower degree and Moon is in higher degree, and definitely we can say there is a possibility an affair before marriage or after marriage, and they are interested in music, dance. They usually their eyes is good. But if it is Moon plus Venus, then we should not say that result. It means Moon is the mind that is moving towards a luxury, a big house, enjoyment, vehicle, like that, art, architecture or dance, drawing, like that they will move. That time we should not say anything negative about the character. Understand? That is very, very important. And Moon plus Rahu, eyes will be ugly. Moon plus Ketu, small eyes, some eye problems. Also you can add, right? So Moon plus Rahu, mother might be from a different place, or mother is of like slightly fearful nature, or he himself is under over stress. Okay, these things just by looking at the face you should be able to say. And other ways, it means like transplantation. So these days we don't have this goat eye or cow's eye, but if you go some 30 years or when I was kid, maybe around when I was 7-8 years back, like decade, three decades back and all, I could see people having goat eye. Understand? Like that they used to get transplanted. I don't know how much that was functional or maybe to cover, but I have seen. Okay, but today there is a lot of advancement in technology, so those different eyes are not possible to see, but definitely we can see that eye transplantations and all being done in whenever there is a retrograde planet in 7th to this sun or moon. Nose. In Nandi Samudrika, nose is represented by Jupiter. Now we will discuss various combinations with Jupiter, and now how the nose of the person will look. Okay, so Sun plus Jupiter, the nose will be sharp and beautiful, and the nose and eyes will be very close, joining the eyebrows, right? So you can see people only when you start seeing people, and when you start to utilize Nandi Samudrika, then only you will understand the beauty of the subject. Okay, and next, if you see here, Jupiter plus Moon, beautiful nose, right? Beautiful, because that Moon is a planet for appreciation, beauty, right? We say that. That is the reason we are saying it. Okay, and next is
Sir, just one doubt, sir. So
yes.
when you say Jupiter plus Moon, right? Can we also say that the eyes will be very big also, whatever, because Moon is again eyes and it combines with Jupiter.
No, Moon is what is that? No, please come again.
What I'm saying is here Moon and Jupiter are together.
Ah.
Okay. So since Jupiter plus Moon, you put beautiful nose.
Hmm.
But the same thing can be represented as Moon plus Jupiter also, no?
That
It
is what I am
basically tells
saying.
eyes are also big.
In advanced class, I was teaching you Jupiter plus Moon and Moon plus Jupiter will not come simultaneously in a chart, right? If Jupiter is moving away from Moon, then we will take only Moon plus Jupiter in that birth chart. Understand? See,
You're saying with degrees, is it? Like
correct.
if Moon is say 12 degrees and Jupiter is 13 degrees, then we will call it as Moon plus Jupiter.
Correct. Okay, that means that person is having like beautiful eyes. We will not say he is having beautiful nose.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Now, there is a possibility that person can also have beautiful nose, provided maybe there is Jupiter plus Venus combination. Understand?
Yes, sir.
But we cannot say with Jupiter plus Moon and Moon plus Jupiter are one and the same. Okay, this concept I am not bringing here because these people who are studying here, they don't have that concept of moving away, coming away. I don't want to confuse them. That is an advanced concept. So that is the reason I am not bringing degrees. But since you already have the knowledge, you are bringing that concept. Okay, but doubt is very much valid. Okay, so did you get the clarity, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Jupiter plus Mars. Okay, sharp nose, eyebrows on the starting point of the nose. Jupiter plus Mercury, the space between the eyes and eyebrows will be more, and forehead will be bald. Okay, broad forehead and will be intelligent. Don't tell if you are 25 years, 30 years, sir, I am not bald. Okay, so generally, if you see my grandfather and my grandfather's brothers and all, they are like 75, 80 years old. They are even today good. They are feeling healthy. They don't even have a single ear bald, very much covered. Okay, but if you see, I have lost significant years. Let me be honest about that. Okay, and for somebody in the mid 30s or 40s, that is like unusual. The same is the case with my father. He lost half of the years in 43 or 44 years. Okay, so whenever there is a combination of this Mercury plus Ketu, Jupiter plus Mercury, definitely they will have this bald head at a very early point of life. Okay, so don't come. We have to take at least 40 as a criteria, but at 35 also we are able to see 3 cycles of Jupiter. Okay, but definitely they are intelligent people. Okay, so don't underestimate them. Okay, they are like far better. They are like know how to do, because that Mercury will work very nicely in case of them. Okay, so that is another thing. I think we can take many people are there, right? Jeff Bezos, everything. Okay, Jupiter plus Venus, beautiful nose, mesmerizing cheeks will be very beautiful. If I am not wrong, even Elon Musk is like last years. I think he is having that artificially done. Jupiter plus Saturn, nose plus chin. Here nose will be pointing towards the chin. And Jupiter plus Ketu, small nose, means how we can say nose will be small, or inside that nose, that two chambers are there, right? That might be small. Jupiter plus nose, it might be uneven in shape. Okay, it is wrong to call ugly, but yeah, to understand the subject, we are saying like that. Okay, so it's like definitely not a correct usage of word. Yeah, those days we did 10 years back when this PPT and all, we used to do right like that. Yeah, so something like unusual in appearance. Because God's beauty we are no one to question. In Nandi Samudrika, teeth is represented by Mars. Mars plus Jupiter will be having even and beautiful teeth. Mars plus Venus, teeth will be beautiful. And Mars plus Saturn, cavities problem, or crooked teeth, or some smell also will come, okay, for them, okay, teeth related problem. Okay. So these things you may not see like every day, right? So this will be present in them very often. They will get whenever in transit, in monthly transit, Mars goes over this combination or Saturn is coming this combination. These problems they will get. Okay, that also you have to apply and see. Okay. Mars plus Rahu, big teeth, ugly teeth. Mars plus Ketu, small teeth, gap between teeth. Or there is one teeth behind that, another teeth will be there. Okay, they will say Edukupal in Tamil. So like that, they will have these combinations. Okay, and here, as I said, it is represented by Ketu. Mercury plus Ketu, curly wave, wavy hair. You can also add this bald hair also. Okay, and a big mustache. Okay, because Mercury is skin, Ketu is hair. So usually people who keep big mustache also is there. Again, these things you see in today's present situation. It is like we are giving predictions around the globe. Those days it was limited to a village. For a foreigner, it may not apply because 90% of the people they completely shave off. Okay, so again that is also like important to what population you are giving these predictions. Because Venus Dasha may trend in 5 years for somebody. So in one of the books, what is that? B.B. Raman and many people say Venus Dasha can give marriage, but it is understood for the reader that the reader has to see the age of the querent. That is the reason first they will see, did you ask the age? If that person is running at 80 or he is still 9 or 10 years, definitely he cannot get marriage. You have to see what bhavas that Venus is representing. Accordingly, you have to give the results. For example, let us assume 7th bhava only Venus is sitting. You may say, sir, then it has to give marriage, no? Venus, naturally marriage giver, 7th bhava. You take 4th to 4th bhava, mother may get some extra comfort, some land from their ancestral property, right? That way, if you say, you will become successful. Understood? So that is the reason I always say, AI can make astrology work easier, but interpretations you only have to give. And that comes with experience and your intuition. Definitely, you need one Ishtadevata. Okay, you have to get that diksha. That makes life much easier because this is a divine subject. But finding the right guru who will give you that diksha is difficult. For me, luckily, when I got initiated, I was initiated in Uchishta Ganapati Sadhana. So I am very much today also indebted to my guru for that. Okay, fine. So Ketu plus Saturn will grow big beard, will be interested in spiritual activities. So generally, if you see those days, they will say, right, doesn't have any job, so only has left beard. Okay, he is jobless. Okay, he doesn't have any interest. So it's something you don't have any interest in life and you are not having any work. Those days, if you see, they used to leave some big beard like Devadas and all they used to call. Now though it is a fashion, understand? So again, you have to very sharply correlate. Ketu plus Venus, hairs excessive up to cheek. Okay. So I thought of removing some points because today things will, but again, if you do that, the originality of the subject will go. So I'll give you the originality as per the requirement, you tailor made it. Mouth, in Nandi Samudrika, mouth is represented by Rahu. So the various planetary combinations and appearance of mouth. Rahu plus moon. Moon is a watery planet, right? So whenever in a birth chart, if there is a Jupiter plus moon combination and the person is running Jupiter Dasha, they will put weight easily. Okay. So fleshy mouth and lips, always saliva in the mouth. Rahu is mouth. Moon is a karaka for water. Understand? So basically they may not put, but if you ask them in their childhood where there was too much of, where their parents used to come, this guy used to secrete a lot of saliva. Or generally even now, if there is a lot of saliva stucking in their mouth, something like that they can feel, they may say yes. Understand? So Rahu plus Mars. Some kind of scars or skin opening or cracks in the mouth or lips are ugly. But if there is a dry planet, let us assume like Saturn with Rahu, then those people may have lesser secretion. They may have dry mouth very easily. Okay, sir, very frequently I have dry mouth. Like that, we can get complaint. Okay. So these things we have to think. That is the reason I told. Even if I don't give you any point also, like other systems of astrology, you need not worry. Some sloka you missed out, sir, so I am not able to carry out this. Okay, here that is not the case. It's all karakas. You can build something and you can come back and say it to me. I may learn something from you. Rahu plus Mars, some kind of scars and ugly lips. Okay, and Rahu plus Jupiter, they will speak inside something and outside something, and mouth or lips will be very wide, and they have a very big ambition in life. Usually they go to think big things, they try to achieve big things in small. So there are people who may look very sadhu but they are like very cunning, people who may look something but they are okay. So because Rahu is that Maya, if you see even Bill Gates, very long time back, like we heard, like they had this sex scandal of many young children and all. I don't know how much of you are aware. There's one big network covering and all they used to say. But very recently we came to know it's his philanthropy, charity and all was exposed. Means he also, if you see, he has Rahu plus Jupiter. Okay, so that is, they also call it as a millionaire yoga because the thinking is high. But again, that has to be supported equally by Venus or something. We saw in the last class while taking profession, if I am not wrong. And Rahu plus Venus, lips bar mouth will be beautiful. Will have mesmerizing lips. Obviously, these people will have more affairs in life based on the Jiva Karakas connection. Okay, duplex houses, at least 2 cars, or a palace type of house. Those things very commonly you can see in this combination. So more than combination, try to see it from phase. Okay, try to observe people around you and try to construct a chart. Then you take their birth data and see whether it is present as per Nadi combination. You will see amazing results. I did it like 14 or 15 years back when I learned, because I was very very curious those days. I used to take and I immediately used to find it out. Okay, because those days also in 2007 and all we had this Jagannath Vara tank to PVR. Okay, though with methodology we differ with him, but his contribution of Jagannath Vara in those days is very much highly appreciable. And tongue in Nandi Samudrika, tongue is represented by Mercury. Here we'll discuss various planetary combinations with the Mercury and appearance of tongue. Okay. Mercury plus Ketu, tongue will be lengthy, they will easily fall in love. It's the same thing. Mercury plus Ketu is one of the combinations or requirements for love marriage. Mercury plus Rahu, lips and tongues always touching each other. They will easily talk lies. Mercury means tongue. Rahu means like unconventional or Maya, right? So they will say like something contradictory, which is difficult again to differentiate whether it is truth or lie. Okay. And chins in Nandi Samudrika, chin is separate represented by Saturn. Here we will discuss various planetary combinations with Saturn and appearance of chin. Saturn plus Mars, sharp chin, some kind of scar in the chin. And Saturn plus Venus, beautiful chin. And Saturn plus Rahu, but if it is Venus plus Saturn, then cheek may not be beautiful. Understand? So understand the difference. Saturn plus Rahu, big chins, dimple in the chins, or some marks, or some people they say, I don't know what to say in English. In Tamil they will say kuliviyum, means some kind of dimple will come when they laugh. Okay.
Double chin.
Double chin. Okay, fine. That is only is double chin. Okay, fine. Thanks. Saturn plus Ketu, small chin, they will look like sannyasi. Okay. And forehead. In Nandi Samudrika, forehead is represented by Mercury. Here we will discuss various combinations of Mercury with other planets. Mercury plus Moon, they will be intelligent but fickle-minded, and the forehead will look fleshy. Okay. They will say big forehead and all like that. Mercury plus Jupiter or Mercury plus Mars, some scar in forehead, provided there is Rahu. Okay, otherwise it is not that much impacting. Breaks in education, misunderstanding, but again they may not be good at this memorizing subjects, but they are excellent in terms of mathematical or logics, because Mars is Karaka for symbols. The only thing here is important is that Mercury should be in good position. Good position Mercury with Mars makes one excellent in logic, coding, mathematics, these skills. Okay. Mercury plus Jupiter, bald forehead will be highly intelligent, humorous and excellent. Here too much of fear is given. Actually that is not correct. It has to be a typo error. It is like sparse hairs. Okay, easily they will become bald. Okay, will fall easily in love. And eyebrows, as I said, Mars the protective planet here. So Mars plus Jupiter, beautiful eyebrows. Eyebrows will join nose beginning. And Mars plus Venus, eyebrows will be beautiful, will look like an arrow. Okay, today even if you don't have Mars plus Venus also, you can get, if you go to any good beauty parlor, definitely in whatever way you want, we can get it. But some people do get it naturally, right? Like some people got misworld because of that natural hair they had. or natural eye looks they had. Understand? So today somebody can even do nose surgery and make look their nose very good. Okay. So these things like naturally like which were there, so that we are discussing. And Mars plus Saturn, little layers in eyebrow. Okay. So that is understood. And Mars plus Rahu, scar and eyebrow. This I can see in my brother's case. Okay. And too much of hairs and eyebrow, Mars plus Ketu. Okay. And next, cheeks. So the Karaka is Venus, Venus plus Moon. I already told you what are the results, right? And Venus plus Mars, sharp cheeks, some kind of scar. And again, here with our experience, what we understood is Venus plus Mars generally doesn't give scar. But if there is a Rahu or Ketu, then it gives that scar. Basically, Rahu, because Rahu is the Karaka for that black dots, marks and all. And Venus plus Jupiter, beautiful cheeks. And Venus plus Saturn, cheeks and chin will merge, and means you will basically not able to differentiate. And Venus plus Rahu, either the cheek will look bigger or chin will look bigger. Venus plus Rahu, big cheeks or some marks on cheeks. And Venus plus Ketu, hair on cheeks, means that some people, if you see the beard will be like very less, so of some people it will may even cover near nose. Okay, so those things are combinations. And of course, you know, Venus Ketu is not good in marital life when Ketu is in higher degrees and Venus is in lower degrees, and there are no planets in between. Okay, so that completes the Nandi Samudrika. Yes, it's a big thing. Okay, we can even take 2-3 months, but we need to study palmistry. Okay, that is the Kamala Muni's palmistry, Nadi, original Kamala Muni, not the one which is available in the market. Then we have to club, then that becomes a different study. Okay, but first thing is we have to master Nadi. Yeah, in some time, maybe next year or something we'll do, because Nadi we take only once in a year, right? So next year we'll try to do something to that. So this is already done. Okay, fine. So overseas, the causative planet for foreign travel are Moon, Rahu or Ketu. Rahu or Ketu denotes foreign planet.